The galactic combat arena buzzed with anticipation as species from across the known universe gathered to witness the quarterly marksmanship trials. Holographic displays showed odds heavily favoring the Zephyrian Empire's champion, whose four arms could fire 16 precision shots per second. The insectoid klaxons chittered confidently about their compound-eyed marksmen, who could track 47 targets simultaneously. In the human delegation section, Raza checked his weapon one final time. A simple single-shot plasma rifle that looked primitive compared to the multi-barreled monstrosities his competitors wielded. Beside him, Anna ran final calculations on her tablet, her fingers dancing across holographic equations that would make quantum physicists weep. "Are you certain about this approach?" Anna whispered, her dark eyes reflecting the arena's shifting lights. "The Confederation Council is watching. If we fail here, humanity loses its chance at full membership." Raza's weathered hands remained steady as he shouldered his rifle. "Trust the math, Anna. Trust what makes us human." The galactic announcer's voice boomed across the arena in 17 different languages. "Welcome, beings of the Confederation. Today's trial will determine which species possesses the superior combat marksmanship skills." A massive Gorvac general in the VIP section laughed, a sound like grinding asteroids. "Humans, with their slow reflexes and primitive single-shot weapons? This will be amusing." The arena transformed, revealing a three-dimensional battlefield filled with moving targets, obstacles, and defensive shields. Each competitor would face increasingly difficult scenarios until only one remained. The catch: each participant had exactly 60 seconds to demonstrate their species' combat effectiveness. The Zephyrian went first, their four arms moving in a blur as energy bolts filled the air. Targets exploded in rapid succession. 37 confirmed hits in their minute. The crowd roared approval. The klaxon followed, their multifaceted eyes tracking targets with mechanical precision. 41 hits. The arena shook with alien cheers. One by one, each species demonstrated their prowess. The crystalline Thekri achieved 53 hits with their light-based weaponry. The aquatic Murdak somehow managed 49 despite the atmosphere not being their natural element. Finally, Raza's turn arrived. He walked to the center of the arena, his single rifle seeming pathetically inadequate against the scoreboard showing his competitors' impressive tallies. Alien spectators placed last-minute bets against humanity, their laughter echoing through the vast space. "Begin," the announcer declared. Raza didn't move. He stood perfectly still for 10 seconds. 20. 30. The crowd's amusement turned to confusion, then to jeers. "Is the human broken?" a voice called out. "Perhaps they've finally realized their inferiority," another added. Anna watched from the sidelines, her tablet showing complex trajectory calculations she'd been running for months. Every variable accounted for: gravity differentials, electromagnetic interference patterns, even the minute atmospheric disturbances caused by the crowd's breathing. At the 50-second mark, Raza finally raised his weapon. He aimed not at any of the visible targets but at what appeared to be empty space near the arena's central column. Anna held her breath as the calculations she'd spent sleepless nights perfecting came down to this single moment. Raza fired. The plasma bolt streaked across the arena, struck the central column at a precise angle, ricocheted off 3 separate surfaces, passed through an energy barrier at exactly the moment it cycled open, bounced off a moving platform, threaded between 2 oscillating obstacles, and struck the arena's main power coupling. The arena went dark for exactly 0.7 seconds, long enough for the plasma bolt to fragment into 17 separate charges, each following carefully calculated paths through the arena's backup lighting grid. When the lights returned, every single target in the arena had been destroyed, all 96 of them, in one shot. The silence lasted for nearly 30 seconds. Then Anna's voice cut through the stunned quiet. "Humans don't win through speed or quantity. We win through understanding." The galactic announcer's voice trembled as he spoke. "Unprecedented, total target elimination, with a single projectile." In the VIP section, the Gorvak general leaned forward, his 6 eyes wide with something that might have been respect. "Explain this impossibility." Raza lowered his weapon and turned to address the arena. "My species doesn't need 1,000 shots to win a battle. We study, we calculate, we plan. And when we finally pull the trigger, we make sure that one shot ends everything." Anna stepped forward, her tablet displaying the complex mathematical models they'd developed. "Every species here demonstrated impressive reflexes and firepower, but you all made the same assumption. That marksmanship is about hitting what you can see." She gestured to the destroyed arena around them. "Humans think in systems. We don't just see targets, we see angles, physics, causality chains, and unintended consequences. We calculate not just where our shot will go, but where it will go after that, and after that." The Thekri representatives' crystalline form flickered with what their species used for confused communication. "But the computational requirements for such a shot took us 3 months to calculate," Anna admitted. "But that's what humans do. We spend years preparing for seconds that matter." Raza nodded toward his competitors. "Your species excel at rapid engagement, multiple target tracking, and sustained fire. All valuable skills. But in the end, wars aren't won by the army that shoots the most bullets. They're won by the army that makes each bullet count." The arena erupted as the implications sank in. The humans hadn't just won the marksmanship trial. They'd redefined what marksmanship could mean. Later, as alien dignitaries lined up to discuss tactical partnerships and technological exchanges, Anna found Raza cleaning his rifle with the same methodical care he'd shown for 20 years. "Think they finally understand what they're dealing with?" she asked. Raza smiled, an expression that somehow managed to be both humble and quietly terrifying. "They're beginning to, though I suspect they're going to want to see the calculations behind that ricochet pattern. All 17,000 pages of them. Every single equation, because that's what they're really afraid of. Not that humans are the best marksmen in the galaxy, but that we're the only species that would spend 3 months calculating a single perfect shot." The Galactic Confederation voted unanimously to grant humanity full membership that same day. Not because they feared human weapons, but because they finally understood that humans didn't just fight battles. They solved them. And in the vast complexity of galactic politics and warfare, having allies who could solve the unsolvable with a single perfectly calculated action was exactly what the Confederation needed.